I remember this. Yeah. Coming up now. Wait, that ain't it? It's still Heisley though.
And welcome back to the Smokin section, your weekly episodic podcast with your boy Big Burnem, King Dutch.
King Dutch, what's going on, man?
Don Beatz in the building as usual. And we just here to sit and smoke with you for a little bit, man. Welcome back to the section. You know what I mean? Hopefully everybody's week has been productive,
Mine was.
positive, healthy. You know what I mean? We always at the ask. First of all, it's June. That means it's Men's Mental Health Month.
That's crazy.
So
I didn't even know that.
Remiss
Damn.
to check in with my brothers and how's your mental health?
I'm good, brother.
Blessed
Good.
be. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm maintaining.
Any challenges faced that may have momentarily knocked you off of your mental block?
Nah, I've been on my pivot. I mean, strong. Pivot foot strong, yeah.
Right. And I said it online, but I want to go ahead and say it in front of all the watchers. Yo, you kicked ass last episode.
Oh yeah, you talking about?
You got busy last episode.
What happened?
Nah, I'm just saying I want to watch back.
Oh yeah, it was a good episode, right? Yeah.
You got into your own zone and you know what I mean, you took off. You had a lot of dope points, you had a lot of, you know what I mean, good ass moments. Funny. Your timing was on point. So, you know what I mean, as your brother and as also your co-host here, I just want to let you know I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. I do it because of you.
Hey.
Put you to be better.
You know, Donnie, what's good with you?
Same shit, same shit, different day.
Bless. How's your mental health?
It's doing good, man. Besides the fact, today's a hard day, but
Yes.
It's what day?
It's a tough day.
Tough day today.
You know what I mean?
5-year anniversary of my pops.
Oh, that's the day, brother. That's tough.
So,
Yeah.
staying busy today.
And you know why I remember this day, and it means more now than it did initially. Because the funeral was held on my mother's birthday, which would be June 11th. And I'll never forget that point. You know what I mean? So, as we reflect back into the life of Papa, that's what I call him, you feel me?
Yeah.
As we sit and reflect back on that, I would be remiss to wish my mother a happy heavenly birthday.
Happy birthday.
June 11th.
June 11th, yeah.
So that definitely means a lot to me, as well as this day means a lot to you, Don. So we just want to, pour love out to our ancestrals.
In the honor of your pop, you should share something that you remember about him, or something that you know what I mean, that still stick with you to this day. That's something he gave you that stick with you.
Enjoy every day to the fullest. Because we ain't promised tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I grew
I
up.
can never ask my dad what we doing tomorrow. I don't know. I just know what we're doing today.
Yeah, that's real.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he was. Very, very soft spoken.
Yeah.
Never heard him raise his voice. You know what I mean? And neither was the gangster of the family, you heard? Because Pops was just cool, laid back. You know what I mean? And I think that's that welcoming feel of Pops is what made me comfortable, because that's the dynamic that my parents had. My dad, Teddy, was low-key, soft spoken. Lean was the, you know what I mean? I'm going to get at you if I got to. So, you know what I mean? Blending in.
But when you had to check you.
Oh, yeah. But no, you don't even want to take it there, because you know
You took it too far. You took it too far.
You took it too far. If Pops got to holler at you, you took it too far.
Yeah.
As much noise we made in that basement, recording, niggas in there being loud and all that, Pops never came down them steps, son.
Yeah.
But you know who did?
Yeah, man.
Nita.
Yeah.
Nita.
He was always my biggest supporter.
Yeah.
That's why I see this through.
You got to.
Indeed.
I had to see it through.
Yeah,
We stayed the course. You know what I mean? We stayed the course. A lot of ups and downs. Definitely a lot of trials and tribulations. A lot of tests. A lot of wondering what life was going to bring. But, yo, we fucking made it, my G.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't be more happier than where we're at and what we're doing right now. Like, I finally into a place or to a point where I'm doing what I wanted to do when we first set out.
Mm-hmm.
I got sidetracked. I tried to do for others what I wanted for myself.
Yeah.
And I'm not ashamed to say that. I felt like what I will say is I took all of that knowledge, I took all of that experience, and that's what brings us to this point now, because I had no idea how to do this. I knew nothing about the structure of a podcast. I knew nothing.
That was what was meant to happen. That was the journey we had to go through to get to where we is today. So I don't question
that's
shit.
That's part of this shit, dog.
I don't question it.
Yeah, let's just go through it. Fuck it.
Let's go through it. Let's take it. Let's take it where it need to go. Let's go through it. And I'm not afraid to say, you know what I mean? Like, you know, a lot of people might look at my radio experiment and say, hey, you failed. You know what I mean? I don't look at it like that, because at the end of the day,
it's a learning experience.
It's a learning experience. And whenever you learn from something, that shit more powerful than anything that you can hold up as an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's experience. But, you know what I mean? As well as experience, like, you know how long me and this man been cool.
Years. I got time, man.
We got years.
Got time, man.
Yeah.
Decades.
It's decades, bro.
Real years. Shit. We got decades in.
Real shit. And so, like, we've experienced so much trying to do this, as in, you know, the music first. Like, that's how we connected. It was the love of music. So, just imagine getting a chance to go to probably one of the biggest hip hop artists at that time, coming off of a fire ass single, being the star of the first season, or maybe the second season of Love and Hip Hop, the biggest.
Flavor Flav?
No, nigga, the Flavor Flav was never on Love and Hip Hop. Nigga, what are you talking about?
Flav.
Yeah, so.
I said.
So did I ever tell you the story about the time that me and Don went to Harlem to meet Jim Jones?
Yeah, you told me that. That's a funny story.
Hilarious story.
You told me that story.
Hilarious story. So, the legend is, I'm not going to be too long-winded on it, but the shit is funny. Like, so I don't think I went into, like, extreme detail, bro.
I don't know what happened.
Right.
What you was in Harlem doing? What you go to Harlem for?
So listen, maybe a couple days, you know what I mean? At the time, we were working with a group of gentlemen, you know what I mean? And we merged and called ourselves 5 M's because they were...
Hold on, 5 what?
5 M's. At the time, Cook-Up wasn't like...
So y'all was the 5 M's?
A thing, right. Because we were Mirage. That was the name of, you know what I mean?
Your name was Mirage?
Production kid, Mirage Production. That was his name, you know what I mean?
So you was the M's?
Right, and then...
From the Mirage.
And then a crew that we was rocking with, you know what I mean, just content-wise, doing a lot of music, it was Triple M, Made Man Music. You know
so they was Triple M, y'all was 5 M's?
No, they was Triple M's. Us, Mirage, was the 4th M, and then there was somebody else, Max Out, right?
Yeah, they was 5.
That was the 5th M.
I see what y'all. So all y'all was combined was the 5 M's. 5
M's. And, you know what I mean? That was
dope.
What we say, you know,
Yo, we the 5
media, 5 M's. You know what I mean? 5 M shit. So there was an artist. His name was Lambo the Don. Shout out to Lambo. Lambo did a track with an artist named Lee Mason out of Philly. You ever heard of Lee Mason?
I think I might have heard of
Lee Mason. They had a
meet for a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, it was a woman.
Yes. So they did a song together. So there was a promoter out here at the time that was going around promoting, you know what I mean, artists coming out here. You know what I mean? And he had sort of like a so-so. He was like, he had a 50% completion rate. So it was like,
It's janky.
right.
Janky
We
promoter.
wild janky, you know what I mean? A little bit.
He said a 50. Y'all took it to, hold on. He said 50%.
Yeah, he was on his way.
Damn.
Flesh janky.
Oh, yeah.
But he was coming off of delivering, I forgot who it was. It might have been, I don't know who it was. It was
So
artist.
he coming off a win.
He coming off a W.
All right.
And we like, okay, he back.
Yeah,
But it's 50-50.
Yeah, Jada and Styles P it was. Styles P show.
And Violence?
Yes.
I think I remember that.
What was there was another dude you brought out here from out there.
Did you go to the freeway joint of Violence back in the day?
No.
I was there.
Was he in that too? Was he saying in that one?
I think so. There was a Harlem nigga. Wasn't that Harlem dude?
5 and shit.
Was he part of no, he was part of Dipset, wasn't he?
Who?
In concert, nigga?
No.
Not Santana.
No.
And he came to Violence?
Nigga, I don't know.
Stat.
It was hella Max B, nigga.
Hell Rel.
Hell Rel is crazy.
Was it Hell Run? I think it was Hell Run.
It might have been.
I think it was Hell Run.
It might have been.
Hell Rel. That was a good time. I mean, that was a good time.
Yeah. So he's coming off of a W. So now, you know what I mean?
And y'all put your faith in that
he
dub.
has a little validity. Now, I will say this. I, myself, was very standoffish. I was standoffish only because I knew what he was capable of and not capable of. That was the first thing.
50-50.
The second thing was, that's just not my, you know what I mean? Okay, and I was a big Dipset fan.
Who your favorite Dipset?
Cam. I was a big Cam fan. You know what I mean? My earlier tracks, you could hear.
You was rapping like Cam?
Not like him, but
it was different.
You know what I mean? Confessions of Fire, like that.
Different dots when they dipping. Jewels when they dripping.
Maybe I had a couple bars like
wine when I be sipping. TV's tripping.
So did he contact you, Don, personally, or was this secondhand from like Lambo or OSM?
No, he contacted me personally.
Okay. So he contacts Don.
That was after the whole, or me, him, Tico OSM over there to do the track with Gilly. So we was already like.
Y'all, you did a track with Gilly?
Yeah, we was already.
What it's called?
Crazy.
We was already flying.
You produced it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Go Crazy, right?
Yeah, Go Crazy.
And then that was right around the time that Gilly came and did the song with Yoko Nation at the Oak Tavern. He shot a video. Gilly shot a video out here. So yeah, so Don was, you know what I mean?
Don was in the mix. Was that Ponytail Don or was that?
Yes, that definitely was Ponytail Don.
Ponytail Don.
You know what I mean? So it's coming over that. So he hits Don up. Yo, Don, I have a opportunity. You know what I mean? I'm going out to Harlem in a couple of days. You got a good opportunity. Won't you get the hottest beats? Put a beat pack together. And you know what I mean? And we'll go out there and I had a session with Lee Mason.
Hold on. What was the beat package you put? You put a fire one together, huh? He told you to put one together.
Yeah, he was listening to this shit. We was on the phone.
Y'all was up all night. And she got, hey, Don, you got to listen, Don. You got to show him you versatile. You already know.
He made a couple new joints.
Yeah, I wish
Don made some new joints. Jim said, I said, yo, sample some shit on some heat maker shit.
Yeah, I already know.
Some of that shit when the hard drive over there crashed.
That's great. You lost a lot of that shit?
We lost.
Oh, what bad? Go ahead.
I lost sessions.
You lost a lot of your music too?
Yeah, a lot of my views.
He took it to his peoples to try and get him to fix up. Like, it was never done. It was done.
Finito.
It was sick.
So
sick guy.
So this promoter had set up a session with Lee Mason from Philadelphia, and she was supposed to get a feature from Jim Jones' niece, correct? At the time, that she was popping. I forgot her name, you know what I mean? Forgive me, I forgot her name.
She was rapping too.
But yeah, and Jim Jones was going to be in the session. So meanwhile, he hits up Lambo the Don, who also had the song with Lee Mason, and lets him know, yo, we got a chance to be in front of Jim Jones. You should come out, you know what I mean, to Harlem and bring some bread, you know what I mean, and pay for a feature. You can probably get a feature. So then he tells OSM, same thing. Yo, when we going out, you have an opportunity to meet Jim Jones. So OSM and Lambo, I believe that they was going together. They was going to put it together and
the feature.
Get a feature. So now he got OSM getting bread, bringing bread. He got Lambo bringing bread. You know what I mean? He got Don bringing the beat pack. And I'm going because I'm not about to let my brother go to Harlem with two cats he don't really know like that. And a promoter he don't really know like that.
Yeah, scared.
I'm not letting my brother go out there like that.
I'm scared.
So Don, he has no fear. And the reason he has no fear is because he don't give a fuck. He could walk in the middle of a gang shootout and that nigga would be oblivious. Oh, them niggas was shooting? Shit, I ain't know, man. I was just trying to get over there
to the Panini.
Want to catch a bullet.
Trying to get to the Panini.
It won't catch it straight, but the nigga get hurt during wrestling.
The fresca catch. Pastellion.
You got a 300 fine that you need.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck who it is. That shit's getting.
Speaking of 300, he drove a Chrysler 300 at the time. Big silver joint. You know what I mean? It's nice.
The Hemi.
You know what I mean? So it's I'm in the passenger, the promoter and the other two artists is in the back seat. Our first stop, we drive up to Penn Station in Philly to meet up with Lee Mason. Lee Mason came and she had her manager and her security guard. So they got into one car. We following them, Don zooming Henry style up the you know what I mean, up the E-way, nigga,
killing it,
up the Parkway and shit. This was literally my first time in New York City. I had been to like outside of the city, Rochester, shit like that. You know what I mean? I've been, but I'd never been to the city, so naturally, nigga, you know, I'm a little like, damn, like, yo, this is crazy watching all the people pass by. Bro, it is raining.
Yeah.
I'm talking about coming down.
Pouring.
We out there, you see the street vendors and shit. The building where the studio was, we parked in this parking garage. We're at the corner. The studio was at the corner. So when we all get there, we're all crowded around the studio. It's 5 of, you know what I mean? 5. And then plus, it's 5 of us in his car, and then plus the 3, so it's 8 of us. We're standing out there. There's African street vendors, you know what I mean, right there, boom. And then when the cops come, and niggas pack that shit up and hit this little alley.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know what I mean? It was crazy. So they're like, yo, Jim ain't here yet. You know what I mean? Y'all go chill or whatever. I'm telling we left relatively early. So we go around the block, we walk, we on foot. It's still, you know what I mean? It's still like a little drizzle and shit, but not bad enough that we couldn't walk.
Yeah.
We go to this McDonald's, and they got to eat the most expensive fish fillet sandwich I've ever had.
How much was that, my way?
Back then, it was probably maybe like $9.
Like 9 and some change.
Yeah, 9 and some change.
That hurt you.
New York prices.
Yeah, back then it hurt me. I was a broke ass.
Some bitches like $5 back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Like,
I'd have been hurt too.
I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. So whatever. So now we get done eating. We walk back to where we parked the car, which is in a covered, you know, a covered parking garage. We go back out. We stand on the side of the studio. So we just waiting. Lee Mason, her manager, and the security with the promoter go upstairs. At some point, this nigga stops answering his phone. Don is like, hey, yo, yo, that nigga gotta be here. We like, why? He said, yo, that's his car. I seen it on Love and Hip Hop. It was the what was it, the all blackout Audi?
Yep.
How the hell did you know that was his shit just by seeing it on television?
Because I saw when he had a rap, what he called Murdered Out and shit.
Got you. So shit is there and it's running.
Yeah, posted on his little page with the vampire. At that moment, he's doing the vampire life shit.
Yeah, vampire.
That's why he had the whole Audi blacked out. I knew it from the rip because they had posted it when they was doing the whole. He customized it.
So it was running too.
So it was running.
The whole time.
Somebody was inside.
His driver.
The driver was inside.
That bitch stayed running though.
Stayed running. And they stayed running on some. Nigga, we gotta make a quick exit. Keep this bitch running.
Yeah, that nigga's not allowed to turn the car off.
And he said that too, didn't he? Because we was talking to him. At some point, we was talking to us. We was all up on the car. We didn't know nobody was in there because it was murdered out. It was all tenant. And then, you know what I mean? He got out to smoke. And, like, we was talking to him and shit. So now we're at this studio and we know for 100% sure that Jim Jones is upstairs in this fucking studio. So naturally, what you think? We hyped. Yeah, I'm about to meet, you know what I mean, somebody that was part of what I felt like was one of the dopest rap groups ever. Don is about to play fucking beats for him. Nigga, these, my boys in the back, they about to get a feature from this nigga. This shit is about to be dope as hell. Lee Mason, one of the up-and-coming artists from motherfucking Philadelphia, she's in there about to do a song with his niece, and he about to get a stamp of her. So, like, all these thoughts.
Niggas was hype as hell.
So, bro, I think we got there maybe around, 2, right? So, we outside. Raining. 2 o'clock. We go eat. Boom, we get back around 3 something. Still outside. 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
He gone already.
5 o'clock. No, car's still there. Now, nigga, it's starting to get dark outside. We still out there. So now we're trying to call the promoter. The caller you just dialed. So we like, this nigga rode there with us, so he couldn't have left. Where the fuck is this nigga?
Yeah.
And what are we doing? Why are we sitting here, you know what I mean, just doing nothing? So now I'm at the point where my antennas hit. I'm telling Don, hey, yo, I told the other 2 niggas that came with, I said, yo, we about to get in this car and go back to Jersey. Because it don't feel right. This nigga not answering his phone. You know what I mean? I don't know whether or not he just duped us just to get a ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd have been on my shit too. Like, what the fuck?
So my antennas hit. I'm just like, yo, we about to go down. Like, nah, we ain't come out here this far for this shit.
Don had them beats ready.
Don had that USB ready, nigga.
Ready to go. You had them on a USB?
My nigga was ready to go, and we had some fire. We was listening to the shit on the way down there. You know what I mean? So like, it was a dope ass opportunity.
Yeah.
So we still waiting. So I looked at the clock. I said, well, it's about 5 something. I said by 6 o'clock, if we don't see nothing, if that car, you know what I mean? If anything, we're going to see Jim get in this car and pull off.
Yeah.
If anything, because we're standing right there, you know what I mean? Inside. At the door. It's raining, so now we walk where we parked at. We walk inside of the parking garage, so it can rain and shit, and we're not affected by it. So as we're standing there, we about to get ready to go. I think you moved the car and everything, didn't you? Then you moved to like a closer spot by the joint. Down with the car, we ready to go. We see the promoter walking down the sidewalk. So when he sees, bro, like, you know how you be walking and you see somebody and you get surprised, you're like that. So he did that, and that nigga started trotting across the street.
To y'all?
To us. So when he gets there, he's a little out of breath and shit, and he's like, here you guys are. I've been looking for you all over the place. Jim Jones ready to see you now. See, you laughing. But let me tell you what we were looking at when this man said. Go ahead, ask what you about to ask. But that's exactly how he said. He was smiling. He had a little gap. You know what I mean? So, like, this nigga was suit.
So what y'all do? Y'all went out there?
Let me tell you what we was looking at. This nigga, when he got close enough, he had a motherfucking knot the size of a goddamn baby fist on his forehead. His lip was split, right? It was split?
Yeah.
His lip was split. This nigga was missing a sock and a shoe on one foot.
The sock and the shoe?
The sock and the shoe on one foot. And his cell phone, all he had, all he had.
He had what?
He had his beanie.
A beanie? Where his phone was
Nah, because this nigga ignorant. He said it out there, it's cold as hell. He said, he gonna say, hey, Don Beatz, you got extra pair of sneakers in your trunk? And I was like, nah, I don't think I do. He said, you better put your beanie on.
He told him to put the beanie on his foot.
Oh, look,
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
His foot was front like
Bro, that
his
bitch into
toenails was extra
a slipper,
long,
bitch.
Like he looked crazy, bro. And we are looking at him, and Don was ready to go up when that nigga said, Jim Jones is ready to see y'all now. He's ready to go. He's like, we ain't come here for nothing. Bro, I looked at him. I said, yo, what happened to you?
Yeah.
He said, this? Oh, that's nothing. I know you guys like to smoke, right? You know the African dudes that was out there? I had asked them, like, yo, y'all got some weed? And they told me that, they said they had some. They told me to come into the alley.
Yeah.
And so I came in the alley, and you know what I mean? They jumped me, they robbed me and shit. They got my money. And you know what I mean? Like my phone is. I'm like, this, they took one shoe and one sock, nigga. Like, what the fuck happened to you?
So what really happened to the nigga, bro?
So that's the story he fits. Niggas was, you know what I mean? Niggas knew something was wrong. We knew that couldn't have been the story. So I reiterated to the other two niggas. I said, yo, me and Don is getting in this car and we're driving back to you. Don, shut up. I hear you, bro. I understand we came out here for nothing. You was ready to play these motherfucking beats. But nigga, this don't feel right. This shit don't look right. Look at this nigga.
Yeah.
So
why he ready to...
So finally the nigga says, all right, we can go back home. So now we all get in the motherfucking vehicle. Don driving, I'm in the passenger, them three in the back. He's in the middle. So we see him. We can see the nigga in the rear view. So we driving. We get over the bridge. We driving. The motherfucking, the nigga Lambo, his phone rings. Like I told you, Lambo had did a song with Lee Mays. So Lee Mays is now on the phone with Lambo and they're talking. And all you hear is, word. Oh, okay. Okay. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, all right. And they hang up.
Yeah.
Quiet, you can hear a mouse pissing on cotton in that car. It's quiet as hell. The nigga in the back seat with the big ass knot, a split lip, with no sock, no shoe on.
What he say?
He said, so what she said?
So what happened? What they say?
So Lambo was like, basically saying, nigga, you know what she said, bro. Like, you know what the fuck she said. So, it was just a quiet-ass car ride, yo. It was a quiet-ass car ride.
So we janky shit.
Yeah, so we dropped this nigga off first. He lived in Violent at the time. We dropped the nigga off first. Soon as he get out, Lambo's like, yo. He said, this motherfucker crazy. Say, yo, what happened? Somehow this man concocted up a theory that if these two artists brought all this bread to get a feature from Jim Jones, he tells Lee Mason and her team that he can get her a feature from Jim Jones's niece. So when they was asking this man where the money is for the feature, because they had already did the song, my nigga, That's what was taking so long. They did the song. Now it's time to pay up. This nigga ain't had no bread. Guess where the bread was? The 2 niggas we brought with us. You understand what I'm saying?
So he was using
Janky. Nah, not us, because we
he
didn't
was
pay no
using-
bread. There was no.
But he was using the other 2.
He was using the other 2.
It was the bread.
Right, they was the bread. And he just sold, Don like a dream pretty much.
Just to get down there.
So what happened was he ain't had the bread. So now Lee Mason and her team got to come up with this bread to pay this. So now they letting him know, and this nigga telling them, yo, the niggas I came with, they got the money. It's downstairs. They whooped his ass up there. They beat his ass, beat him out his shoe. The nigga escaped. That's how he lost his shoe, because they grabbed his foot while he was trying to get out the door.
Yeah.
And that's how he lost his shoe. They had his phone. All he had was the back and the battery, right? This nigga was like,
the battery.
yeah, what he say to you, Dog? He said, hey, you think I can get all my contacts off this? Showing them the battery.
Yo, what the
No, nigga. No.
Y'all ain't no red flags? Cause he coming across like a crack.
Yeah, fiend.
Nigga, everything was cool up until that point.
That point, yeah, because he was
Everything
But-
he said
but-
was solid up until that point. Then the whole janky came out. That whole situation.
So they recorded the song the whole time.
Mm-hmm. While we was outside waiting in the rain. Nobody checked on us. We was trying to call him. We couldn't get in touch with the nigga.
So they beat the nigga ass from the jump.
They whooped his ass.
Where the fuck he go after that?
They had a dead
He
man
was
in
looking
the car, bro.
At that point, he was looking for us.
The whole time.
I don't know how long they had him trapped up there. So when he said, yo, Jim Jones will see y'all now,
He was ready
he
to.
thinking we about to go up there and goon, because now it's only them 2 and Lee Mason. It's 5 of us. So now he think that we about to go in there on some big, burly niggas.
He's about to set y'all up, man.
No, we about to get set up, man. Burn them with the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Got us about that bitch. You hear me?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. When that nigga came, this nigga ran around the corner, looked at us, smiled, and did like this. It was like, hey, Jim Jones will see y'all now. Nigga, I lost it.
Yo, that is
I
funny.
said, nah, bro.
Where the fuck where you been?
It's me, man.
And he lied talking about the Africans chipped in over some
He
weed.
gonna blame it on our black brothers.
That's crazy.
You would never do that to the Brown brothers.
Never.
He did that shit. That's
Never.
crazy, man. But anyway, we welcome by Jay. Jay, what's happening?
Jay, what up,
You know
man?
what I mean, welcome back to the section as always.
Already.
Late again.
late. That's,
Nah,
that's
but-
the point.
I mean,
Nah.
like,
But back to that. Well, listen.
working on it, man.
Listen, though. What did you learn from that shit, though, bro?
Always be on point, bro. I was on point the whole time, my nigga. Unwavering. The only thing that made me feel any kind of comfort was knowing that Jim Jones was really in that building, bro.
You looking at the murder, the blackout?
And we did see him, didn't we? We seen him go in.
Did he even look at y'all?
Nah, because we wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't like that.
You know,
He knew nothing about us.
You know, I met him though. I met him and Jules Santana.
Yeah.
Well,
It was in
he had the bitch.
it was in Ewing. No, Elizabeth at the 420 John
Oh yeah. Y'all,
and the high tolerance shit.
high tolerance.
And I was like, me and bro was like first 2 in line. Like if you look at the little promotion clip that they put out after it, the recap shit, you can see me on camera. But Jim came out and dapped us because we was like the first. Then I met while we was in there, we was blowing on the sand on what that shit called? I can't feel my face. You know that pat, the baby pat. Yeah,
This
the
was
zombie.
2 years ago, right?
Yeah, this was a couple years ago, and we had took over this little table that was kind of like in a way where everybody had to walk. And bro, no bought bottles, but we had mad weed. and we had mad baby bags and all. We bought mad weed. And he came through, and we had ice and shit. He came through and asked us like, "Yo, where y'all get the ice from?" And we pointed over there. Everybody said, "What up to him?" Feel me? It was a good night though, bro. But listen, that night I was so hungry, bro.
They ain't had no
Bro,
food truck,
they
no
had
vendors, no nothing.
Bro, listen to me. They had alcohol. It was like a carnival. It was like a carnival thing. So they had like popcorn and shit, like shit that ain't.
I'd OD'd on that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when I tell you we smoked so much weed, and the building was so smoky. The building was smoky. Like,
it was like this room on the third
bro,
floor.
worse. Bro, and we blowing back to back, motherfucking with jig like the woods. You feel me?
Yeah.
Filling them bitches up. Whole time, man,
So
I'm starving, man.
So hold on,
Dizzy. I'm like this, bro. Like
like a bully,
like motherfucking Street Fighter. You know when the bitches stars around, I was in that bitch high as shit.
So let me get this right. He was filling up woods and blowing them.
First of all, I was rolling.
What did he say?
Backwoods.
What would he say?
Smoking. I said I was smoking on woods.
No, you said I was. We was
Don't even explain yourself, man.
You said it.
I was smoking on woods. Don't let that nigga fuck our shit up. Nah, fuck out of here.
Hey, on the playback, y'all going to hear
Man, fuck out of here, man. Play it back then. Make sure you watch it to play it
y'all going to
back.
hear what he said.
They had me on the Street Fighter shit. Yeah, hot.
Stars. Yeah, because he was filling them up and blowing them.
That's crazy, yeah.
You never said smoking. You said
I said
blowing.
smoking. I was smoking woods, man. I said I was smoking with jig, like.
Feel me? Yeah, Jig like it too. That's crazy.
Oh, baby, I like it. Yeah.
Oh my God. You gonna sing the
Oh,
song?
baby, I like it, bro. You know, that's my shit. You know what I mean? But listen.
That's because you were old dirty
Yeah,
bastard.
exactly. Exactly. But yo, for real, that was a good day. But we left early. We didn't even get to see really everybody perform.
But bro.
And the whole time, across the street was a fucking halal spot. Niggas was so high, niggas just went straight home. Huh?
But so all right, well, having those kind of festivals and having the vendors like that may not have, you know what I mean, the official digital L's. I'm not trying to blow no whistles and nothing like that, but have you been seeing the changes in the laws they're trying to make in New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you think that is going to affect, you know what I mean, them, the smaller vendors? How do you think?
Man, I feel like if you ain't got a license, man, you shouldn't be out here trying to sell it how you selling it. You better gift it. Keep it the way, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Donations. Keep it donations, bro. Play the game.
Donations.
Play the game because they trying to crack down. They trying to pass these laws to where any unlicensed sales or, you know what I mean, motherfuckers getting locked up. Nigga, yeah, recriminalizing this shit.
That's nasty.
You know what I'm saying? That's nasty work. That's real nasty work.
Yeah. I got some stats up, man, that, you know what I mean, that may be important, you know, to everybody. So this is, a legislation is on the table that could dramatically impact the growing black market cannabis industry in New Jersey.
Dramatically.
What's that?
Drastically?
Oh, dramatically.
Damn.
Yeah, I was reading that and mixing it with cannabis.
That nigga said...
If passed, this bill will establish harsh new criminal penalties.
That nigga said Jurassic.
Gymnastic Park.
Grammatics, nigga. What the fuck?
Gymnasium.
God damn.
Shit right in front of him too.
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy. All three of y'all.
First of all, I didn't even know you had a built-in hoodie like a fucking.
I like to do rapid fire.
Like Saudi. What's his name? Ali.
You know I do rapid fire.
Abu Ali.
This is a towel because you already know it's hot outside. It's 90-degree weather.
We got to get
season.
Yeah, we about to tell it. But listen,
shut up, James.
We about to. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy work. But listen, I was trying to plug in the fucking. We about to have the smoking section towels.
Yeah,
the big nigga towels. You know what I mean?
Well, that's not that
time.
You didn't need it because he's gonna get a smoking section bandana.
Yeah, you already.
Yeah. But listen.
Oh yeah.
The way you put that together is crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Appreciate that. Is it bad? Is it bad?
Nah, I'm just saying, it's a way, you know what I mean?
Right.
The way to keep shit covered, it's a built-in hoodie. You keep them ears. One thing I got a problem with is you keep them fucking ears covered.
This one is out.
You can't barely hear it. You getting old.
This one is out. All I need is one out to hear it. Can I finish talking about this shit?
Go ahead,
God damn.
Some bullshit anyway.
What you need to know, man, manufacturing, distributing, or dispensing without a CRC license could be considered a third-degree crime with 3 to 5 years prison and up to a $15K fine.
Damn, 3 to 5. Yeah, they trying to get you 3 to 5.
That's nasty.
That's crazy.
Nasty.
For weed.
Leading an illegal marijuana business.
Cannabis right down the street.
Becomes a second-degree crime with 5 to 10 years in prison with up to a $150K fine.
Well, listen, that's why people moving out of Jersey because of shit like this, bro.
It's too expensive to
Niggas don't want, it's expensive. You got all these goofy ass rules. Can't carry a gun how you want it to. You feel me?
on my back.
No self-defense law.
And this is the one that directly affects us. Knowingly buying from an unlicensed business could be a disorderly person's offense with up to 6 months in jail and $1,000 fine.
They gonna give you 6 months?
They gonna give you
6 months for buying weed,
That's
man.
nasty.
They gonna
$1,000.
give you 6. You heard?
0.5.
That's crazy, bro.
That's wild boy business, man.
Anything to make money, bro.
I guess. I just don't.
Anything to control.
Yes, that's what it is, and that's what I.
Because there's no value in it for them.
They're trying to what?
How's there?
Because you know what?
Run.
But look.
Criminal activity is a money grab.
But we gotta be on
that.
two sides though. You gotta play two sides of this shit. At the same time, it's a lot of niggas out here selling shit they ain't supposed to be out like stop, bro.
That fatty.
Play the game. Learn how to play the game.
Right.
Stop trying to do shit. You motherfuckers is fucking the game up.
Stop spraying your bud.
You know what I mean? People like that shit. Let them do whatever you want to do. It's a wave, right? But make sure you play the game the right way.
Yeah,
because if not,
open up a make trap.
No, that's crazy. That make trap shit. Yo, you showed me that. That is the wildest shit, man. This nigga took over at McDonald's, bro. You saw that, bro?
No, what he do?
A nigga took over a McDonald's and that bitch selling turp packs and that bitch.
Drive-through, man.
No, right in the, I'm talking about in the regular McDonald's, bro.
Jamaica ass.
Like the cars come up to the drive-through.
No, he's in the fucking lobby. He in the lobby, bro.
It's 12.
Kids gotta eat. He got kids.
It's 12 with use.
That nigga got a village.
When I say use,
take a risk like that. That's crazy.
Sitting on the side. Then he got his front line, you know what I mean, his homies. And he got these two big ass, like, bags, zipper bags, and he just unzipped it and just held it.
What the cops doing about it?
There's two of them.
That's what I said. They was outside.
Store, bro, and then he didn't go in there. Didn't go check on that. He said,
he probably tell
New York.
I feel like he working with the police, bro. Is that nigga working with the police or what, bro? For that nigga to be allowed to do that shit in the Mickey D's?
Maybe.
Come on, bro.
That's
not even the McDonald's. I'm talking about a Mickey D's.
He undercover for him, nigga.
That nigga in the McDowell's. That's what he is. They in the McDowell's.
They had all the kiosks where you order your shit. It was a real. They said
there was kids in there. He
was smoking that smoking the wood in McDonald's. Like, it's crazy, the crazy shit I seen, man. Check that on the radio. You know what I mean? On YouTube.
That is crazy.
Actually, Queen's Flip did the interview.
Shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, he did the interview. You know what I mean? JR put him on to it.
You can't take
took him out there. You know what I'm saying?
Protection.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what he out there, protection.
Yeah, so I really feel like
giving up the tapes. That's what it is.
You know, they did everything and they seen how fruitful having, recreational marijuana businesses is. So they feel like with the black market, they're losing out on millions and millions more that they could be getting by, receiving all of that going into these discussions. So once again, it's a money grab. And if you don't abide by it, guess what? It's more of a money grab. $150K fine? $1,000 fine if you buying from somewhere where you know they ain't got no L's? How am I supposed to know I go somewhere to get some love?
But that's light though.
How am I supposed to know that?
That fine is light because that's what you're getting for doing it, illegally, right? Think about the fines that the dispensaries get when they're doing it legally. They get fined if motherfuckers smoking in the parking lot. They get fined $50K. Anybody smoking it can be a customer. If that happens and so they find out, $50K. It
fined up.
If you come in with the weed out in that motherfucker, 50. So yeah, that shit gonna be steep because the motherfuckers who got the license is being held accountable.
Right.
You feel me? And they gotta pay. So you gotta pay. Are they doing it with liquor?
How does the law?
You got speakeasy. Is speakeasy still exist?
They would have.
So how
All
is the law gonna
So
alter for these? When you said the consumption lounges, like
we're gonna see, man.
Consumption lounges can't sell marijuana there.
And they can't sell food.
Or food.
They can't sell marijuana there. Because they gonna be combined.
No, they gonna have
the high roller is gonna be combined. It's gonna be one side. You gotta go. It's two different sides, maybe.
No, what I'm saying
can
is
only be consumed while you're indoors.
Right. If you had money to start yourself a lounge, a consumption lounge, right? You also, if you want to sell there, you're gonna have to go get an L too. And them L's, to get the license, cost hella bread.
Yeah, they still ain't even approved them shits in certain places.
So that's what I'm saying. Like
there's no lounges open in Jersey that I know of. But you're absolutely right.
Right here, you know what I mean? That cook-up studio.
Yeah, we consume. But it would be nice to be able to consume and be able to enjoy yourself around people. I always had the idea, like, being able just to chill, watch movies, play the game, eat food. You bring, you know what I mean? You order some strands, you order a rig. I bring a whole rig out for you. You can pick from different ones. You got flavors. You can hit you know what I mean? Instead of straight water, you can put whatever in it. Kool-Aid, mix it up. You can get a gravity ball, bowl.
I'm just saying, like, how is that gonna work? Like, how cops sit outside of bars and wait for niggas to walk out drunk as hell. Like, how are they gonna, like, they gonna be getting niggas left and right. They gonna be getting, you can get DUI for being under influence of marijuana, right?
Yeah. Feel like it's gonna happen.
But it's harder to prove. If you can't pull me over and say you're driving high, if I haven't committed a traffic violation, if I ain't run a light, if I'm not going too slow, if I'm not going too fast.
So you're talking about the average person?
I'm just saying, the average person. The average person should know not to fucking drive high if they drive high from something. Stay your ass at home.
But that's why the place got to have more than just consumption. You got to have entertainment, other shit in there for you to do. That's why
we doesn't cause accidents.
Yeah, they're not going to.
And we don't, but the weed don't cause accidents.
The person.
But
bro,
you're gonna be waiting for the stop.
Are they gonna put rules down? Like, all right, we can't. You gotta stop. They're like a bar. Like, they can't serve you. They see or like how many. Like, they see you're drunk. Like, they can't serve you anymore. Like there's law where they can't.
Right.
They have to stop serving you. So would it be the same for a consumption lounge? Like,
I feel like it should be some guidelines. There should be some type of shit like that. I feel like I agree with all that shit where you can't smoke and drive or any of that because it's the same. It's the same as because motherfuckers really be on the road tripping. You can be high up, new to this shit. You get behind that wheel, then you fucking kill somebody. Same way if somebody pops them. That's why a certain medicine that you take. They say don't operate or drive, nigga, because they should have had you drowsy. Bitch, had you fucked up. And there's no excuse either way.
I assume 50% of the traffic is tied up on something.
Exactly.
20% angry about something.
So we should be held accountable for the same way. That's all I'm saying. We got to stop making weed special.
Alcohol kills so many people.
You know what I mean? They need to
more people. Correct.
And it's going to work. Look, they got the new bar open every day. New whole lounge. So I feel like one day, knocking it down, making it happen will be the hardest part. But once that first store opens up, Hey, it might be expensive though.
Niggas don't know how to act, right?
Yeah,
I think you're right there. I think either way it's gonna happen, Jay. I feel you. That's how. Either way it's happening.
Because alcohol is way worse.
Either way,
Niggas don't know how to act.
Niggas don't know how to act.
Either way it's gonna happen because
it's inevitable.
Weed is way less the
We
evil.
be alive. We gonna be alive.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to.
Violent, if we open anything of the sort. Please don't fuck it up.
Know your tolerance.
Please don't fuck it up.
Just how you with Burnem and Smokin don't mean you gotta smoke like Burnem.
Right.
Know your tolerance.
Right. When you come to the section, you ain't gotta smoke every L we like.
Yeah.
We do this.
I would happily say no.
All right, think this. What would be dope though, if the consumption lounge is considered a safe space for people to test the tolerance? Because would you think this? No, think this. Would you rather have people doing it at home by themselves?
What would you do? What provision? What kind of dialogue?
I would just say
if a person smoked and caught a bad trip.
Because I think the staff there should be trained, just in case. You know what I mean? Because it's all it is psychosis. It ain't really nothing. They're trained to help you calm down, whatever the case may be, help you through it. I'm just saying that'd be more.
All right.
If you really want this shit to really work, you gotta cater
worst case
to certain people. Because you know what it is? You can't treat it as alcohol, right? Because it's not like alcohol. Weed is more of a healing. You know what I mean? So we gotta look at it like, all right, it's a therapeutic thing. Drinking, it's not the same as a bar. You know what I mean? You gotta look at it as.
But not for everybody.
Not for everybody.
Yeah, I know that.
Not for everybody. But what I'm saying is in a bar, right?
Yeah.
When a motherfucker drinks too much and get drunk, this might be a young man on his 21st birthday, first time going to a bar.
Try it out.
He just want to experience. He drinks, he gets fucked up, he starts a fight, right? You know what the bouncers and security or whatever the staff do? They get him and they kick him the fuck out the vicinity.
Damn. Yeah. You can't come back no more.
They don't care how he's getting home.
That's gonna be the same thing. As
they don't.
No, but listen.
So what I'm saying is
that's what we gotta change the mindset.
But what I'm saying
because it's not alcohol. That's what goes with alcohol, bro.
So a consumption lounge. A person comes there for the first time, smokes, gets super duper paranoid, where they just, you know what I mean, start wilding. You seen it all,
and
bro.
I'm high. You know what? And look, I'm high too.
So what you gonna do? Hey,
I'm gonna try to help them get through it. That's what we do. When we high together, listen, my homie got high. Listen, I mess around. I'm gonna tell you something. My homie, my brother, he was on a job. He got too zooted. I gave him an edible. He wanted to be like, let me get. I gave him one. He got too zooted. He started tweaking up. I had to take care of him. I was supposed to leave at 3. I stayed till 11 just to because, bro.
Oh shit!
He was going, bro. He was going through it. He was like, bro, give me something to drink. I had to put it in his hand, like,
oh yeah.
He was fucked up, bro. So I'm saying that to say, I'm zooted too, but you gotta help him through. You know what I'm saying?
One time,
you gotta help them through that. We help each other through that shit.
But that's not the lounge's responsibility. Like,
well, I'm just saying we're not going to treat it like a bar. Stop. Don't look at the lounge. Look at it as a different experience.
What are your precautions for that?
Yeah.
What if they just start tweaking, bro? What if they get violent? Start swinging?
It's your lounge.
The same thing that your license do.
Your license is on the line.
First of all, you're saying if something happens that we never seen happen, a nigga's high. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a tweaker? You ever seen somebody high?
I've seen somebody smoke weed.
Get violent and get violent.
The violence.
Definitely not fight. Who are they fighting? Too high, nigga.
I don't even know what the fuck Secondly, what I'm saying is,
speaking Ching Chong,
the person that was it didn't get to that point because yes, you yourself and me myself we're trained to handle.
No, bro. Go back to the point. Have you ever seen a nigga get violent off of weed?
If I was not there, bro, would have got violent. It started getting violent. I had to.
What he did? What was he doing?
Niggas was trying to like sit him down and chill. Like, yo, just
he ain't want y'all niggas touching him.
This nigga would get.
I already know. Y'all probably was trying like, yo, sit down. He probably like, I'm good.
Nah, he was on some. No, you're trying to let him get to me. Like, he thought somebody was coming for him.
All right, bro. But you know when niggas tweaking, you gotta let him go. He wasn't violent. Like now, if he was a drunk nigga, he'd have been swung. You'd have had to knock his ass out.
I've never seen that happen.
Never.
Yeah.
All this nigga was high. He probably was drinking and smoking.
I've seen drunk niggas turn brawling. Oh, you Mike Tyson now? Never. A weed head? Never.
Bro, the weed, it's the most peaceful thing. You mess around. You mess around and get high. You mess around and get high with a stranger, with an old white couple or something. You be talking about shit for hours, man. All type of shit, man.
Very true. But
Come on, bro.
There are people, bro. Like,
that's why
I've seen females.
All we saying is like, it's interesting to see what kind of guidelines they set in.
And I hope the guidelines are. I hope it promotes that we're a community that take care of each other. That's what we bring us together. It's not alcohol, bro. Alcohol is different. Don't compare us. Don't put us in the same boat.
It's different, but you're a business owner.
That's why it's called a consumption. It's not called a bar.
It's a general problem with any business.
You hold a license. It's right. So your consumer, your patron, you want them to be, because you don't want them to leave your bar and spaz out on somebody and, oh, well, I was just over here, so now you're kind of tied into that.
Yeah, well, so listen.
Just like a bar, you got to set a limit where, like, all right.
It don't matter what. It doesn't matter what.
That wants it to work, bro.
Listen, whatever you consume in that place is never going to put you in that state of mind.
I haven't. All right.
That's what I'm saying, basically.
You guys been smoking.
You going to consume weed and it's going to have you tripping like violent? No.
Amsterdam.
Just like what consume that's would be good, but not everybody's tolerance is the same. Jay might go in there and snack.
First of all, it's not about a tolerance, it's about a discipline. Because we all get rage. When we get drunk, nobody can beat us. That's how you feel. Keep it real.
It exists already.
Yeah, right. Stop it. But when you drunk, you extra
any incident.
Even the halt.
Yeah, no. When I'm
all right.
I'm willing to test it.
All right. Are you willing to test it? And but you don't test it because what? You discipline. You know you can't do that. We don't put you in that state of mind. We're gonna get high and we're gonna debate. We're gonna create.
So you're speaking for everybody.
He might bang on. I'm speaking for. You know why I'm speaking for everybody? Because look at the data. Look at it. Like I was talking to
said, like some young boy that never they're just gonna go in and try to keep up with us. With y'all.
That's what he. I'm trying to tell him like.
You gotta.
What we said was, you said, yeah, the first time they smoke, I wouldn't want them to smoke at home. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about that young, impressionable person that has no idea about bud.
A 21-year-old kid, dude, a man.
Yeah.
You say don't act like you're talking about a teenager or something.
No,
we're talking about a 20-year-old person
that's never smoked before, bro.
All right, all right, a 21 person that never smoked before. The dude gonna make sure, hey, you never smoked before. You're gonna make sure he hitting sativa. They're gonna, you can't get that with alcohol. If you're 21, you go to the bar. They're not saying here, oh, this is light for you. No, they're getting you fucking hammered.
Look,
feel me? Come on, bro. When it come to weed, they're gonna make sure that you don't trip out, right?
So what if?
So you're going to serve him what you think he should take. What about if you don't want that?
No. Oh, all right.
He can't serve shit because it's a consumption now.
No, but think this.
So you can't control what?
You can't control.
What?
He going to be smoking with everybody. Whoever he came with, he going to be with them. Every time I hit it, go to pass it to this young nigga, he going to smoke.
And when has it, so it stopped becoming a responsibility of your homies to make sure you straight, whoever you came with? If we smoking weed and you start tweaking out, you my homie, I take care of you. Just like we go to the bar and you get too drunk, I'm gonna make sure you're good, right, Jake?
But okay.
He didn't say his homie. He said this young boy.
Right.
But he did say.
It could be his homie because I wouldn't just sit around with nobody and
and consume.
But what I'm saying is, at a bar, when they do that, yes, there are visible signs that a man is too drunk to function.
Yeah.
When you're zooted and everybody else around is zooted and that young man is zooted, we are just looking at it like, yo, we having a good time. He don't know. In his mind, he's trying to convince himself that everything that's going on is fucking normal.
You're just saying what you think, bro.
No, let me get
Let
me get my piece.
You're just saying what
I can't always
you're
look
just
at
putting
it in a
like
positive light. Like it's
no, but you can't. But so listen,
just
one
like
thing
you
about
saying, just like you saying what you think.
no, he right, but he's putting what that's a scenario. I'm just saying this.
I'm comparing it to the drinking and the smoke.
All right, listen, think this, you're right when it comes to that. But compared to both, we know for a fact one does something and the other one doesn't, right? One is going to have his one way, and we all experienced it 30 plus years of this shit. So understand, we never experienced a nigga get violent, me, off of weed. I only seen a nigga go to the hospital one time off of weed. Understand? The only thing comes from this shit is sleep. You can't OD. If a nigga drink too much, he might not make it tomorrow. If you smoke too much, you're going to wake up asking where Jersey Mike's at. Come on, bro. It's a different ball game. Stop acting like this thing is so strong. The weed they got in the dispensaries come on, bro.
No, in Amsterdam,
you spending $60 on.
You cannot smoke. Look, but I'm telling you, look, Amsterdam coffee shop right now. You cannot smoke outside of the coffee shop. Keep smoke generally inside. Be respectful. Be aware of your surroundings. Avoid behaviors that could cause a nuisance to locals.
Yes.
Buy from license if you're going to bring outside in.
Yes.
Make sure that you inspect your weed. Ask a bud tender if you're experiencing any type of dizziness.
Yes.
Don't expect alcohol. Alcohol is generally not allowed in coffee shops.
Thank you.
You can't buy too much. Usually coffee shops have a 5 gram limit.
Thank you. So
so there's got to be aware of the potency, responsible consumption. If you're unfamiliar with cannabis, bring in a friend who is. Start with a small amount.
Thank you.
See how it affects you.
That's what I'm
saying.
You'll never. Hey, Jig, they will never get that at a bar. That's what culture we promote. That is beautiful. That's what they need to have hanging. As soon as they open the consumption bar, put that. That is the unwritten rules of a fucking pothead. Take care of your people. That's what this shit promote. Take care of your people when you smoking.
And it's being done right now in Amsterdam.
This whole conversation started because I asked what would be the guidelines. Thank you.
Right there.
I was trying to get my shit in. You know what I mean?
That's all I wanted to know. Like, what would be,
but that's what I said. So that was saying the same thing. So thank you. I was saying, please take care of them like that. Thank you. So I was saying the same shit.
Hey, one thing I say about Jig, he stole that shirt from the El Matador. I know it.
Arriba. Yo, but you pulled up some good stats, bro. You pulled up shit that was good guidelines. They need to promote. That nigga, Willie holler like a
that
bitch like Mike
Matador type shit.
Listen, wait, y'all not gonna sit here
Speedy
and praise this nigga. We on episode fucking 18, and it's the first time this nigga pulled up Google on his own without us asking.
Nah, bro, I appreciate that.
Serious?
And he had that shit on trigger.
Episode 18, man, Don, please.
Look,
Because this nigga trying to uplift him. No.
Nah, fuck that.
I knew he was trying to make up for shit.
We're just trying to bring weed culture in here.
Backpack. So I was like,
it's fair. It's fair. And you representing the job. You feel me? It's fair. Good shit. But look,
Probably coming soon.
But dig this, bro. Dig this.
Yeah.
That's the guidelines we need. Promoting.
There's gotta be a minimum
responsibility. You heard the accountability in them damn guidelines? Yeah, that's the key to this shit.
That's all I want to know. So like,
bring a friend. If you're not too experienced, bring a friend.
Exactly. Because you never know. It's just like
$5,000 minimum, man. You can't get too much in here right now. Nigga, slow down. You think you about to be in here smoking an ounce?
And don't go outside and smoke.
If this is your lounge, this is your money invested into that license. So you gotta have. That's why I want to know. What would be your
multiverse?
How much is a license?
You walk into a bar with a young nigga with his friends.
Gotta be pretty.
He don't know yet what 2 shots is going to do to it. You understand what I'm saying? He don't know.
You know, but
he drink them 2 shots and be fucked up, right? You smoke and you don't even know you high yet.
That's cool. That's cool, bro. Let that nigga touch the fucking solar system, nigga. Because you know why? One he can die from, nigga. One he not gonna wake up from. The other one, the same 2 scenarios he talking about. One drinking, he didn't drink too much fucking liquor that night, right? Because he don't know his limit. One nigga don't know his limit on fucking weed. Guess who lives? Nigga that ain't know the limit on the weed. He just had a wild ass trip, if anything. But the nigga who drank too much ain't wake up. That's the difference, bro.
I think we all agree.
All right, but he told, but that's what I'm saying. You bring it up.
We all
bring it up.
I'm saying as the owner of a lounge, you're risking your license.
You assume responsibility.
You assume responsibility for your patrons. So what guidelines would you have?
So if a motherfucker get pulled over,
that's all
done right there. That's a lot. And I gave you.
And they say, sir, how much have you had to drink?
Like, if you,
what's your rule? What are your
sir? How much have you had to?
Man, I thought I was trying to say what Jig was saying, but y'all was counter striking me. Nigga.
Oh, I was over it. I was over
asking you to advocate for it. I'm not asking you to advocate.
It was the
King's Court.
King's Court.
Yeah, like yo,
I'm not asking you to advocate for it because we're all advocates. I'm just saying,
that's what
a business owner, and it's your license on the line. These are your patrons.
That's what I'll do. I'll put guidelines like that. Because that's the key to it. But if that promotes,
you as a business owner gotta have some guidelines. So like, because this is your hard-earned money.
That really promotes accountability, man.
Yeah.
Because everything is saying you take responsibility, nigga. Check before this. Check your weed. Check. It's telling you things to do if you don't know what to do. If I hand that to you, a tablet, check your shit.
Bro, if I pull you, if I'm a police officer and I pull you over right now, and you look the way you look right now with your red low eyes, I for sure know that
you're under the influence.
You're under the influence.
I got allergies.
King, how do you feel about this?
Thank you. Come on, bro. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
How do you feel about this? It says
I don't do legal shit. It's allergies.
In order for a coffee shop to be even available to be even opened over there. No, I just want it one more time because
let me hear what it is.
It fits. Look, it says it has to be subject to inspections by police.
Yeah,
once a month.
Good.
So you gotta let the police in there.
Good.
Would you rock with that if that was the same policy?
Keep it right, man. You got to keep it in check. Motherfuckers play too much, bro.
Feel like a lot of
if you want to play, if you want a spot to be a good, safe spot to consume and be good, safe for you.
And bro, that's what I like about
Let them goofies come through.
That's what I like about you. You want to see the good in everything.
Because you got to. If you look at the good, because you know the good come with the bad.
Real, bro.
The good come with the bad.
Be real, my nigga. Be real. I want to see the good in it too, nigga. I'm a smoker. I want to be able to enjoy a consumption lounge. I'm with you. I will argue your argument versus somebody that was on, you know what I mean, was saying the same shit that me and Don are saying. I understand that. I'm with you. I stand with you on that. But devil's advocate, you got to realize that when they bring this shit to the motherfucking city council and the town hall meetings to figure out if government is going to pass any kind of legislation, it's going to be a nigga like me that just sat here and said, well, what if this happens? Or this is worst case scenario.
That's hypotheticals. You know we don't think about that.
Bro. It is
that shit can have, you can name 1,000 things.
Hey, next week.
Yeah. That's hypotheticals though, bro. See, people who think like that shit blow my shit. Cause you thinking about shit that don't fucking matter.
Well, you know what it is?
It ain't even happen. Wait till it happens, nigga. Damn.
No, that part won't be for you. That means if you would want to do this yourself, you would probably have to have somebody else, maybe Burnem, who will take that because that's inevitable. You have to do something you don't want to do, which is unnecessarily go down a rabbit hole. You have to be prepared, not just with your numbers and your policies. Look how this nigga think, we ate it.
It's always going to
he dotted all his I's.
I'm going to tell you something. If you got good guidelines, you'll be ready to tackle anything that comes back.
Just be prepared for an annoying
anything that happens, as long as you got a good system. Bro, know this. We work together. We had a good system. As long as the system good, no matter what comes our way, we like water. It come to us, we send it back. I never let nothing. We never let nothing. That's why I don't even know why he even acting like that. Or even talking to me like that. Because we never let none of this shit affect us. Because as long as you got a good system, right?
Correct.
Now, if your system fucked up, then you will get wet.
Right. Everybody.
All right. But that's what I'm saying. That system right there, what he said.
System not right.
You're right. But as long as you try to have a good one, you're able to tackle. Of course, bad things going to happen.
All right. See. Okay. So now I understand what you're saying, right? I get you, and I'm on your side with that. But my nigga, you're not going to be the only. How your principle and how you feel is going to be another motherfucker that owns a consumption lounge 2 miles from you that's not on it like you. And he's gonna fuck it up for you.
All right, but I'm gonna say this. The nature of what we're consuming doesn't promote nothing but proper etiquette, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody,
the product that we consume,
just arguing.
The plant that we consume doesn't promote the bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna be honest, my nigga. You know me for a long time. We've chilled. We've been out together. You, my nigga, we've chilled. We've been out together. Every time I was at a bar and I'm in there and I'm drinking, you know what I did? I went outside and sat in my car and smoked a motherfucking L. So who's to say that they not in there smoking L's and go outside and sit in their car and hit a little Hennessy, a little Douce?
They say it's not allowed. Don't come back in.
Yeah, it's not allowed, but how you know?
Don't come back in.
How you know? If I take every precaution and after I get done, I just so you know what I mean, gum, whatever it may be. How you know? How you know I was just out there?
You could just be able to solve that with
that's what I'm saying, behavior. It's terrible.
No, you're bad. That's something that's that's a good point, but that's something that's taken care of easy.
No loose behavior.
That's something easy to take care of. You talking about something that, as long as you got a good system, you can weave them out. You know what I'm saying?
So
but a good pothead, no, not that.
So how do you monitor that, bro?
You just monitor. You know how you monitor it? Because you enforce the rules.
You're gonna have
of no alcohol. Yeah, you can't. Maybe you can't go back and forth and go to your car and shit like that. Now, if you come drunk,
are you where I'm at? So okay. So now you hear that, right?
Yeah.
So now you know you have somebody in your establishment that's been smoking and then went outside and drank. You on it now. You like, oh shit, no, this person
can't come back in. A little bit more. Sorry.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he can't come back in. So you about to send this drunk and high ass nigga in his vehicle to leave. He gets
that's not on you. That's not on you.
Yes, it is, my nigga.
I'm saying,
first of all, you know why it's not on. You know why it's not on you? Because think of how many times
what is the policy
a bouncer bounce people the fuck out, and whatever happens to him, happens to him. If you kick a person out your establishment, he's trespassing. Whatever happens after that ain't on you. What are you talking about?
How is
somebody could drive?
Because if it's something now, if
leave
he
the liquor store drunk,
exactly. Think this. The only reason it's on you if you serve that man the liquor that got him to that state to where when he left something happened to him. But if you kicked him out because he went to this car to drink, which he did on his own in the parking lot, and you stopped him from coming back in and something happened to him after that, that's on him. The liquor was never in the store. They're never in the place. But you know what I'm saying?
We started this whole conversation with me saying to my city, hey, yo, if we
once you get in your car,
don't fuck it up.
On you.
Right?
Yeah,
that's how we started.
Don't fuck it up. Just don't fuck it up.
Stop you from drinking and ask you.
And I said that point because we don't have no fucking bars in the lands no more. And I personally know that like 2 or 3 bars ended because a nigga left there fucked up and ended up on some bullshit.
Did it get fucked up?
And that shit fell back on the bar, my nigga.
Because
twice.
But did the bar? I just said
2
it, bro.
separate joints.
Did the bar serve him?
Yes.
Did the bar serve the person who drank the liquor in the parking lot?
The bar, valid point.
Did the bar serve? Yes or no? Did the bar serve the man?
But the toxicology report says alcohol and marijuana.
First of all, we know it doesn't matter.
No, we know. But
it doesn't matter.
That's what the court is going to say. The court going to act like they don't fucking know.
The court is going to say he was drunk. That's why he crashed. Not he was high from the place.
It's not. No.
I don't think it's going to be on the. I don't think the responsibility is going to fall on the establishment because when a cop pulls you over for driving under the influence, and it seems that you have, or it's a fact that you blew and you have double or whatever the legal limit.
First thing they're going to say to you, bro.
No. What I'm saying, I don't disagree. What I'm making the point of. Has there ever been a time where the cops take that person to jail and then they ride to the restaurant and arrest the manager or the bartender from? Now you're the one who. So
why would they do that?
Why are we making such a point that it falls on? Because it's something new.
No, what happens is it's not a thing of we're going to ride here, we're going to arrest you. What happens is you get a nice little note at your establishment saying you just lost your liquor license. because of this. And
because you serve a person too much liquor.
If that happens, if a person leaves an establishment and crashes, or whatever happens, if it falls back, if in litigation, sometimes it doesn't happen. But I personally know of 2 instances where it has happened that it's fell on the establishment.
Because it's law.
So what I'm saying is, right. So, okay. So you're saying I'm coming from the first thing that a police officer, they pull you over on some DUI shit, first thing they're going to ask you is, where are you coming from? I'm coming from such
and you ain't even got to answer that.
Consumption law. You don't have to answer it.
Yeah, so that's it. What you doing? Yeah, but you ain't got to answer that. So but what if you don't answer it? They'll never know where you was coming from. So how they gonna know? How they gonna know you was at this place? All right, come on, bro.
I think
it's always a what if. I just asked.
Right, but don't what if goes back to the good. The good system, the good guideline you can deal with.
It opened great dialogue, I'll be honest.
And I think any smart and good business owner will probably have that in their thought process.
Yeah, because it's about, like bro said, shit gonna happen, but you gotta have a good system. It's gonna happen. You're right. Everything you're saying is situations that could happen. But look how if we was the motherfuckers running it, look how we just disputed the shit. It's not on us.
Yeah, I'll leave you to the dispute.
We just disputed it where it's not even on it's not responsibility. Bro really said the logic of it. We broke it down. They would try to put it on us, but nah. But he drank that shit on the parking lot.
Limited to $5,000 if you're a new consumer.
$5,000 because we know the limit $5,000 is not going to get you high enough to where you can't operate a vehicle. Plus, there's no law like alcohol, because alcohol, it's really a law that say if you serve a motherfucker too many drinks, you are held liable. So that's why them pussies got served. It's like out there in the Landmark when that young boy did that shit. You feel me? Come on, bro.
That's what I want to know. What would you got? Like, there's got to be a limit, because not everybody go in there is going to be top tier smokers like y'all. Like, there's going to be, oh shit, let's go try this out. We legal now.
So like them rules said, like them shit said, please be careful. Please slow the fuck down. If you don't, you're going to the spittle. 911 psychosis. They gonna have you in there. They gonna be slapping ice packs on your head, bitch. So lay down.
Yeah. So if one of them start tweaking, like, are you sending them home? Like,
shut up. Call the spittle.
You do.
Call the spittle. Take care of them.
So statistically, they have generally been safe.
All right, you on Google.
Hey, I just want
statistically, they've been safe blowing it. You smoke weed, you're safe.
I'm used to you not knowing.
Don't mix the drink with it. Don't be.
Stay this one.
Don't come to the consumption lounge drunk. Don't pop no perks. Don't pop no fucking whatever. Come to smoke weed.
They be mixing.
Get them the fuck out of here. Make it an old head, 20, 35 and up.
See, sorry, that would be another guideline.
That's a beautiful thing.
I'm not allowed in.
So if this was your house, what was your term?
My terms would be because nah. My terms would be because the why is.
You like young bitches?
No, I don't. I do not. Nigga, I don't want none of them young motherfuckers. So look,
stand up, brother.
When it come to women, I need them. They got to be at least 25 and up. At least 26.
I just said 25 and up.
No, you said
that's a young. Oh, to me, my bad. I forgot I'm older. That's my fault.
25 is still young, but that's still. I'm not doing nothing under that. You hear it? That's
so baby. This was your lounge. What would be your term?
Will be my terms. The same guidelines, because I'm coming with respect. I'm coming. I'm not even promoting that style of. It's not gonna be no hood shit. That's hood shit. Everywhere you talking about is hood bars. Shit don't happen at no motherfucking bars in Shicklerville and shit.
So you mean gonna be some hood niggas over there in the bridge?
Yeah, but it's gonna be, it's respectful. One thing we do, they're not gonna make it. It's respectful thing. They're not gonna be out there wilding, bro, because it's about. It's no alcohol. Niggas get like that when they drink, bro.
So.
You said how you know they drink before they go?
Because all right, if you drink before you got there to come smoke weed, that's cool. We don't know, because we all sip and do whatever we do. But I'm just saying the overall vibe. You're gonna have more people high than just drunk. You know what I'm saying?
I got this one. This is my last hypothetical.
All right.
You chilling? You're in the consumption lounge, right?
Yeah.
You got one group of niggas in the corner. They chilling. They smoking.
Yeah.
A new group comes in and they chilling over here, they smoking the corner, but a nigga from this crew and a nigga from this crew don't get along. So they shooting it, you know what I mean? They might be throwing gang signs up at each other.
Oh, wait. This getting good.
Right?
Let's keep this for the stream.
Right, okay, we're gonna keep the pod right here. Look, hey, listen, hey, we appreciate y'all for, you know what I mean, rocking with the smoking section.
You already know.
If you are not in tune with, you can follow us on Twitch at Smoking Section.
Smoking
all
section,
one word.
all
And
one
we
fucking
stream
word.
everything.
Everything. We about to play Madden. NCAA coming out this month. This
Rest
month.
of this conversation.
This month, right, or next month?
You'll be able to hear the rest of this conversation live on Twitch. So until next time, we love you.
Peace.
Smoking Section. Peace.
I remember this. Yeah. Coming up now. Wait, that ain't it? That ain't it? It's still Hodgley though. Cooked up.